Hello, everybody. Welcome to the review of round five. Had some fantastic and close matchups. Had some very, very, very disappointing results. Some of us ran off our mouths last week and got hit hard by bad form and injuries and got smashed this week. Not looking at anyone in particular, me. Um, but regardless of which, we had some good games, good results, new leader on the ladder, and I think everyone now has at least 2 wins, which is absolutely fantastic. But I'll go through that later. I haven't really looked at the ladder just yet. But let's start off with the review of all of this week's games. All right, so let's start off with the table topping Seek and Destroy, who beat Rangers Anonymous 345 to 338. Only one team got over 400 this week, which is amazing who it was, especially. But it's Second Destroy, 345, down 16 points on their pre-match projection. Lost to Rangers Anonymous, 338, who were down 33.9 points on their pre-match projection. And if we can have a look at it to start off with, we had Cameron and Danaher. Danaher got the tickets there. Jeremy Cameron had a great game as a half forward, got 70 points, up 75% on their average. He was the only person to be up on their actual average for Rangers Anonymous. Everyone else was down by a fair way as well, except for O'Brien, who got 41. Whereas for Second Destroyers, you can tell the coaches had a good game, and then Curvis was up and Flanders was up as well. Everyone would have been up against Hawthorn. That was shocking. Everyone else was down in their actual percentages, and Brayshaw only got 69 as utility. Canelio went off injured in the last quarter and only got 56 as utility. Lochineel was down, so everyone was down all the way through. Harley Reid's tackler only got 16 points. No really other options there. Clayton Oliver wasn't a very good interchange as well. There was a few people that could have been played. I mean, Charlie Cameron, 48-51 as a half forward, but we'll go through all those teams in a minute. And over here, not much to choose from, really. Yeah, not really much there. So if we have a look at the optimised lineups for this one, as you can tell, as we knew, 421 to 387, so Rangers would have got the big win on that one. Cameron would have been the full forward, and Hugh McGuggage would have been the utility. Reid would have gone the midfield with 50, and Liam Baker would have been the follower, and Lachlan Lockyer would have been the tackler. So big difference to the team. I mean, Jeremy Cameron stays where he is. Whereas over here, Brayshaw would have been the full forward. That was never going to happen. Jack Still utility, Ruckman and Curvis stays. Zach Fisher in the midfield. Flanders as a follower, and Lukosius as a halfback with Hewitt as a tackler. So a lot of different teams. Big change in the usual lineups there for that one. So, without further ado, let's move to the team that is second on the ladder, and which is the match of the round. All right, so it's Punters Paddock, who were defeated by Sugar Daddies, 338.5, defeated by 0.5, 339. As we can tell, both were a fair way down in the projections. Punters Paddock were down by 50, where Sugar Daddies was down by 62.5. Look at the teams. Look, Gorm was the only one. Gorm was up massive, 37% on his average. Everyone else, I mean, those two weren't that bad. And over here, Cherry was up by 70%, so both Ruckman outperformed. But everyone else was down in performance. I mean, Fritsch and Hogan, 23 and 28. Rosie, all right as a half forward, but he was down a fair bit on his average. But Ainsworth wasn't that great. The utility Dawson at 54.5, better than my utility, but still down by 38%. Whereas Sarong got 81, still great, but still down. And over here, Trelaw down 20%, Sinclair down 17%. Rao was down 18%, but still got 50. I would love a 50-point midfielder. And Wanganeen as a follower, only 36, because he tried Wilkie as a halfback this week. 43, but still got 339. Kelly has had a good game all round, and he got 36 as a tackler. Options interchange, both interchange players weren't that great. And as you can tell, anyone outstanding to play? Well, Ben King, 52 as a full forward, 41 as a half forward. Outstanding over here. Yeah, not too much really. Oh, here we go. Sam Walsh, 121 as utility, midfield 66, tackler 67, follow 59. Bloody hell. What's his best position as an optimised lineup? Let's have a look. The optimised lineup, 401.5 to 424.5. Distributors will still got the win, but it would have been a high scoring game. Sam Walsh, obviously, but there's the best utility. And Norton would have been a half forward, and Hogan is a full forward. Sarong is a midfielder. Kelly is a follower. Wilkie stays as a halfback, and Rao is a tackler. Over here, Atkins stays where he was. Rich is a halfback. Vaughn is a follower. Rosie's is a mid. Gorn stays where he is. Trelaw would have been the best utility, 83.5. And then half forward Sinclair. And obviously Ben King coming in at 52 points as a full forward. Would have got you over 400, Coley. The perennial points for champion. But would have still lost to Sugar, who got 424.5 on that one. So let's go to the next game. All right, let's go to the next game. It is the Gators, Bitches, and Bombers Forever. The Bombers Forever, 10th, it was 10th and ladder versus first at the start of the round. Bombers Forever stayed 10th. They finished on 379.5, only 6 points down on their projection. Where Gators Bitches 308.5, 86.6 points down on their projection. And as you can tell, yeah, there's a lot of red and greens there, but not very good at all. I mean, Bontempelli down 54%. Max King, I mean, he went off. He didn't play the last quarter, and he still only had 4 points up until then, so he was down 91%. Newcomb was down 50%. Nash was down 42%. I mean, Andrews got his average, and Zorko done what he's done. Soldo, what a waste. 55 points to Ruckman, I just wasted it. And Kerno had a great game as well. We're over here, Walker was up 136%. Taylor Walker was up. I thought Blues Williams was supposed to be a good defender. Mate, Walker robbed him like, those criminals robbed him for his money. Stingle had an alright game as a half forward. Stewart, different position for him, utility, and was just got around his average, just a little bit down. English was down as well in the ruck, and Butters there, but Sheasel had a great game. Played a bit more forward. Interesting to see how he goes against the Hawks this week. I'm thinking both midfielders should be better. Newcomb against the Hawks next week. McGovern was down 52% as a halfback. And Libba, who won't be playing next week, got as a tackle, got 41. Other options, really, I mean, anyone, really, because everyone was useless. But as you can tell, besides Holmes, no one else was that great. And over here, there was a few options. Daniels had an alright game. McGrath had an alright game in midfield. Rayner had a pretty good game in midfield as well, and half forward 45. But let's have a look at the optimised lineups on that one, because the less said about me, the better. Bombers Forever was fantastic. 380, got one of the highest scores of the round as well. So he had a very good game. Optimised lineups for this one. 386.5 would still have been smashed. 451.5 for Andrew's best team, for Bombers Forever best team. Let's praise that one. Hugo Hagen 43, Walker is 56, Sheasel got 115 as a utility, Goldie in the ruck, Libba as the mid, Rayner as a follower, Stewart as a halfback, and Wines as a tackler. Originally had Wines as a tackler, and he changed him to put Libba there. So it's almost his team that he plays every week, really, isn't it? Besides, he normally plays English in the ruck, so that's his team. Where me, as we said, Holmes would have been there, and Mitch Owens. But that's right. The less said about my team, the better. So let's move into the next game. Well done, Andrew. Smash me. All right, let's look at the highest scoring team of the round. It's Top Guns, 413.5, up 51.2 in the projection. Defeated Maltese Falcons, 315, down 63 points on their projection. Both players were missing players from the bye. Heaney was missing for Top Guns, whereas Falcons had no Dacos and no Chad Warner. But let's have a look at Martin as a full forward, was up 30%. 24, and Mackay. Look, everyone was red besides May, really. Have a look at that. Houston, as a half forward, got 39. He was up 27%. Noah Anderson, 115.5 utility, smashed the Hawks. Just to think, if his dad played 2 more games, he would have been a father and son for Hawthorn. But no, they had to sign Dermy for another year on his contract when Dermy was done at that stage. But anyway, and then over here, utility, Tom Green was down 38%, only 61 points utility, didn't have a great game. Meek was down 38%. Whereas Witts was up. Those two are up against each other. Witts was up. Duggan had a good game. 48 as midfield, got his average pretty much. Laird was down by 26 points, where Miller, I thought Miller had a good game, but obviously he didn't. Both midfielders were down. Stephen May up 39% on his average, and that means that his average went down because the game against Hawthorn he got injured. So that's probably about where Stephen May is really. And there's a tackler, Briggs, interesting choice, but was 17 points a tackler. Whereas William Drew over here got 41, and Luke Ryan is up 10%, but he's doing that every week. Let's be honest, he's been pretty good this year. Other options, not really too many there to talk of. But Keys, full forward 41, half forward 53, definitely an option there, but would have made his team better, but still won. Over here, there wasn't too many options for Fennick. So let's have a look at the optimised lineups. 443.5, an extra 30 points, which would have been really keys. And over here, Falcons would have got 380. Mackay is a full forward. Burton is the half forward, been the change. Redmond is the utility. Briggs is the ruck. Miller, Zach Williams, and then Cripps is the tackler. Cripps seems to be the optimised tackler every week for Fennick. Whereas over here, William Drew still the tackler, Ryan's still there, Duggan's still there. Houston would have gone to midfield, and Keys would have gone into the half forward, were the only changes for Top Gun to give him the extra 30 points. So Dash, top score of the round, well done. I'm sure you're loving, you got that loving feeling at the moment because your team has played very well this week. So without further ado, let's go to the last game of the round. Alright, and it's the Gods of Olympus, 6th on the ladder, defeated Renegades, 8th on the ladder, 358.5, down 9.9 on average, versus 330, down 73.4 on their pre-match projection. Massive down for there. Mick was stuck with Warlaw as a full four because Tom Hawkins was laid out, and he posted all over Facebook, brought in Geelong's integrity and questioned every single person they could think of on X, sorry, not Facebook, X, Twitter or X, about the integrity of Geelong. But still, 2 points for Wardlaw. Whereas Langford had a very good game, up 31%, got 40 as a full forward. Green got his average, and over here, Bolton got 47, up 19%. Marshall, as a utility, was fantastic, 110, up 22%, when Merritt was down 19%. The Rucks both were down a fair bit, but 26 and 21. And Young in the mid was a good option, and as was Woodfield, 49.55. We're over here. Every single one of Hawthorn midfielders were down. I think anyone got more than 10, 15 possessions or something. And LDU, alright game, but still down 10%. Sicily's a halfback. Once again, everyone from Hawthorn was shit. Well, sorry, it was no good. Trying not to swear. And he was down only 38, whereas Nick Martin got 48, still down in his average by 19% as well. Dunkley's attacker was down 35%, as was Yo, about 30. He got 31, down 23%. Still good scores though. Other options, well, Mick was wondering whether he should have taken Crouch's midfield or follower and went with Young instead. Probably should have taken Crouch's full forward. That's what he should have done. Should have just left Hawkins there and take 16 points full forward. Anyway, and what else we got here? Well, there's obviously other full forward options there. Even Hinch had a good game as midfield, even a halfback, better options. Amon would have been the better halfback as well than Sicily. We're over here. Not much else. Oh, here. Rankin, 49 and a half forward, 49 full forward. Tougher game this week for him, though, so it'll be a tough choice for him to play. So Stiff plays me next week. Let's look at the optimised lineups. Excuse me. Yo would have been the best full forward option at 41. He kicked a couple of goals, didn't he? Whereas Bolton got half forward. Utility, yeah. So Hinge is a midfielder, Aim a halfback. So what would we send? And Young as a tackler. Right over here, LDU would have been the best tackler. Merritt would have been a better follower. Dunkley better mid. Akers the best utility. Green and Rankin, as we said. 415.5 to 373. Still a low optimised score. Well, I can't talk about a low score as well. But Mick would have got over 400 on that one there. And he got the win on there regardless. So good result for Mick. Just another thing, if you do want to know what people got, just a little notepad there next to thing. As I said, I think Yo got 2 goals. So if I have a quick look at his stats, as we can tell, Yo did get 2 goals. So that's there for you to look at if you want to see what a player got, the little note next to their name. But let's get to the ladder. And as we can tell, or as we can see, don't say the same thing twice, Second Destroy now go top of the ladder on points 4. I was never going to get there because my points 4 aren't that great. I'm not that too far behind them, only about 100. Can catch up, maybe. Sugar Daddy's is second. Gators Bitches is third. All those teams are on 4 wins and 2 losses. And then after that, we've got Punters Paddock on 3 wins, Rangers Anonymous on 3 wins, Gods Olympus on 3 wins, and Maltese Falcons on 3 wins. Oh, man, so if I lose next week, I could drop down to 7th or 8th. Damn. Renegades got 2 wins. Who is the best points for person here, we've been told. Let's have a look. Are you 376? Yes, you are. You are the best points for, and you are 8th. So keep up your bad form next week when you play me, please. That would be great. Then Top Guns, who got the highest score of the round this week, is also on 2 wins. And Bombers Forever, who got their second win, are still 10th. As you can tell, by the way, just so you can see, I mean, you've got the highs and lows scores, you've got your change of position, but you also got the 3-point game average, so you can tell how people have gone over 3 games. So over the last 3 games, the best scoring team is Rangers Anonymous. And yeah, but then I think it's, oh no, these two are the same. Gods Olympus and Rangers Anonymous are the same, so there you go. And over here, you got obviously what their average is as well to have a look at. So if we have a look at next week's fixtures real quickly, just remember next week the bye is Melbourne and Richmond, and that will be the end of the byes for now. But Sugar Daddies play Top Guns, Punters Paddock play Gods Olympus, Falcons play Rangers, Renegades play Gators, and Second Destroy play Bombers Forever, which I will tell you all about after Thursday night's game. Other than that, everybody, thank you very much, and have a fantastic evening, day, week, whatever it is. See you all next week. Bye.